Well, my day just got a whole lot better. Check this out. World of Outlaws Diecast. Nobody expected this to happen in my day and age. Who expected to see one of these? Let's do an unboxing of one of the only drivers that could come out of, his history books of one of the most scariest flips of all this year. Carson Macedo and his number 41 ALBAUGH sprint car. Let's unpack this thing. Ooh, a spot. Now, this is a cool car to have in your collection. Carson Macedo's number 41 ALBAUGH sprint car from the World of Outlaw sprint car series. These cars are so rare in my area. The only place I found this car from is the Poconos, and these things are awesome to pick up. A lot of other YouTubers had these cars in 1x64. This is actually the scale that's on it, and he's racing with Jason Johnson Racing. Rest in peace to that driver, because he passed away unexpectedly, and they needed another driver, so they called in this guy, Carson Macedo. And if you guys didn't see what happened to him in Knoxville, go watch that video. That ending, that flip was so scary, you had no idea. And his car literally tumbled, and he hit the wall first and then tumbled end over end. And yeah, it was a scary moment, scary situation. Not only that, when the car landed on fours, around the car alone was, fuel from the car, because basically this tank here gets ruptured. And what happened was, when the fuel was sitting in the surrounding area of the car, it ignited into a ball of flame. The problem was, you couldn't see it until you saw the inside of the car, which his car facing towards the camera of one of the fans. So I'm glad I picked these cars up. I have 3 more left to do videos on. This is the first one. I had to do the first one because this guy scared the crap out of me in Knoxville when I saw that video. But these cars are cool to pick up. Only you find these if they're racing near the town near you, which these cars are easy to pick up. There's also another scale out there. 1x50 scale is a little bit bigger than this, 1x64. This is the 2022 version of the car. I had to pick this one up because I basically, know the ones I have to buy. Like this guy here, I seen him in the World of Outlaw game. This is the car that he's gonna be racing all year. But next season is the this year's car is black with the white 41. This is the 2022 version. It's white with the black and green number fill in, as you notice on the side wing. He's got a lot of other sponsors there, like Carlton's and some other local sponsors. As you can see, Jason Johnson Racing on the front there. These cars are so cool to pick up. And now they're affiliated to, of course, the World of Outlaws, NASCAR Energy Drink Sprint Car Series, which, of course, you can't go wrong with it. This is the first ever diecast review of course, a World of Outlaw sprint car. I mean, these things look cool, in my book, and they're made from the company called ACME, trading company. ACME. Look them up on the website, and they have the website right down the bottom. You can pause the video right here or call them by their phone number. They should be around because they're still making these diecasts. Yeah, the ACME has been making these diecasts, and they look so much close to what the actual car looks like. And I mean, don't get me wrong, these cars are cool. And what I like about it is the uniqueness, the design is metal chassis, plastic, bars and all. The tires and rims the rims are plastic. The tires are rear rubber, and it's got the dirt treads on them. The wing, I believe that's plastic too. or metal. Oh, it is metal. So the entire car is metal. I can't tell if the front wing is plastic. It is plastic too. So yeah, there's rear tires, Hoosiers, dirt tires. As you notice how they sit, is a little slanted down like a little bit this way, because this has got the big tire here, and a slightly medium-sized tire on this side. Which, because I've seen these cars on YouTube, these things are fast on dirt. This tire cuts the cushion a little bit close on the edge, so basically the edge of their tire here gets a lot dirtier. This tire, maybe they put less air pressure on this side so they could get that boost of speed. And these things will pull wheelies because the amount of horsepower that these things are kicking are like this fast. And yeah, I'm not so much of a World of Outlaws groupie, but I like these things. These things are cool. They're unique in their own way. They race their own tracks. What I believe, and I got a gut feeling they were there at Pennsylvania. I think I was at the Pocono. I think these guys were at Williams Grove. And there was a guy out there in the tents in the Poconos that he had like a table. Not a table full, but like a table of 1x64 to 1x50 scale. World of Outlaw diecast. And I love these things. These things are unique. I saw the YouTubers have them. I was like, man, I gotta find these things. And better yet, I got lucky. I like this car. I like this guy. I try to play as him, but you know, I did a custom of my own car, and these things are fast. They're like so freaking fast that like you gotta have a lot of you know, driving capabilities to drive these things. These things will really cut sideways if you cut these things loose, because these cars will go like this, and these cars are a handful to drive. Don't get me wrong, even in the game they're a handful to drive, because of these skinny tires in front, that thick tire in the back, and that medium-sized tire on the right side is giving that opportunity to make those turns so nice. These things cut through the dirt like butter. And these World of Outlaw sprint cars are no joke when it comes down to traction. And these things cut traction very quickly. And they lose control easy too, because if you don't be very careful with the throttle, these things will like turn around quick, loop around, and then if you get a chance to save it, you better be lucky that you don't hit a tire or something on your way, you know, straightening out. But that's why they got that bullet bull bar. Not only these cars, but also I think the wingless midgets, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm for sure they have wingless midgets. I saw that, I was like, oh, that's cool, but I'd rather go with the ones I know. Like this guy, I got 3 more left. I got David Gravel, Chase, Christopher Bell, and I think, Logan Schuchart. This is the first time for everybody. This is my first time collecting these cars. They're very cool to collect. If you go to your local NASCAR or dirt track, anywhere that's close to when those dates are closer to the NASCAR schedule, I'm telling you, you guys are gonna love these diecasts. Some of the YouTubers that have them, they're loving it. They're hanging them up on the wall, doing stop motions with them. I mean, these things are cool. I mean, these diecasts are almost not as the same size, but they're a little bit. You know, they're short wheelbase. It's not as big as the NASCAR diecast, because this is true to this 1x64 scale, because it comes down to the detail, like the headers, the side headers, to this little, like the sidebars. And what I like about the car design is they're more likely like what the real car looks like on track. And this is actually the 2022 version, and there it is, a picture of Carson Macedo's car in real life picture. Those are his contingency sponsors. Carson Macedo's number and his signature. As you can see, it's the 2022 sprint car. Man, I feel bad. Jason Johnson, I wish he would have lasted a little longer, but you know, something probably happened to him. But Jason Johnson Racing, that's the team he's racing in. He had a scary incident this year in Knoxville, during the Knoxville Classic. Flipped the car end over. He hit the wall first, and then the car ended over. But other than that, he's fine. What's scary was that he was knocked out cold in his car. 2 drivers that you probably know is Brad Sweet and Giovanni Selzy. They tried to get him out, but Gio was not so lucky because his foot got caught in the fire pit. But Brad was lucky to get in there to slap him in the helmet and say, hey, dude, your car's on fire, get out. And luckily he woke up and he went to the hospital. He checked out perfect. He was fine. But other than that, cool diecast. Go find yourself some World of Outlaw diecast. And hopefully do yourself some good deeds to do some stop motions. Because these things, awesome to have. Go find them in your local retail stores. Anywhere you can find these. Not around, not your retail stores, but, your local hobby shops. Diecast hobby shops. Not, your local hobby shops like Dollar General or anything like that. These things are not easy to find. You gotta go to your local tents in the racetracks. Stores like NASCAR stores or anything that have these, get lucky. You're gonna have to get lucky with that. Have fun, guys. And I got 3 more to go. Stay tuned to that. Carson Macedo, number 41. ALBAUGH World of Outlaw car 2022.